is going on, everybody? Another episode of 4x4 Camping and Adventures. In today's episode we are going to show you what you need to do after you've been at the tracks and trails and you need to clean your vehicle. So I'm going to go through the tools, equipment, some of the stuff you need, some things to do, some things not to do, and all that kind of stuff. First off, have two buckets. Have a bucket for your wheels and have a bucket for your paint. Another better solution is have three buckets, because then you can have two for your paint. You can dunk it in one and remove all the dirt and that kind of thing from the sponge, and then put it into the second bucket full of clean water. So essentially the suds in this bucket don't try to attack all the grime and dirt that you've actually just put back into. So some of the tools you will need to clean your car. So first off, wheel cleaner. You'll need some of that. Obviously you'll need some interior cleaner, some glass cleaner, and in my case some bug and tar remover, because got heaps of bugs on the front of it because I just came back from Albany. Some microfiber towels, a wheel mitt. Get the microfiber ones because they're nice and soft, they don't scratch your wheels. Obviously you need a cleaning cloth, squeegee, they're always helpful. Glass cleaning microfiber towel, some more microfiber towels just for the hell of it. And then you have an interior detail cloth, so microfiber, but they're just lint free so they don't leave lint everywhere. And here we have a polishing pad, so microfiber buffing cloth. So that's more for the cut and polish, but I'll do that in another video because that's nice and easy. So dump all this in here and we'll get into it. Alright, so first things first, what you want to do is get some of this bug and tar remover. Obviously we're going to put this all over the front of the vehicle. On the instructions it does say 2 to 3 minutes, so we'll use that. I'll probably leave it a little bit longer because these bugs have probably been really baked in there. But simple, right? Just spray it on there, it's a nice foam application. Get it everywhere. Don't forget inside the bull bar in here, bugs like to hit there. I'm just going to do the roof and all that kind of stuff as well. So that's super easy to use, bug and tar remover. Give that a couple of minutes and the bugs will be falling off. Alright, next step, we're going to clean these wheels. My new slotted brakes put out a fair bit of brake dust. So what you do is you get some of this stuff, some sparkling wheel cleaner. It's all in the name, but it's sparkling wheels. And there's a couple ways you can do this. So you can spray it on with a bit of water to dilute it, but you can actually spray it directly onto alloy wheels and that kind of thing, and steel wheels. So I'm going to spray it on. I'm going to actually spray some on the tyre as well because the tyre's a little bit dirty, and that's obviously going to clean it all up. So pretty easy, right? Obviously stand back because it is a bit of a spray, hit it up. Be liberal with it, don't be stingy. Another cool trick with wheel cleaner, using your guards, because it is quite heavy duty. Using your guard, you normally get most of the grime off. All the crap that's in there. So leave that on there for a couple of minutes. It's actually already getting a bit of dirt. I don't know if you can sort of see that. It's already just sort of coming out already. And yeah, leave that on for a couple of minutes and you'll be sweet. Alright. So, final stage, we're at the point where we're going to clean the car. Now in this case, there's two ways of cleaning the car, right? Put your hand in the bucket, get your foam mitt out, wet the car over, start washing away, and scrub a dub. Second way is, why I normally clean my car, is to stop scratches and swirls and all that kind of stuff, is have your buckets. So this is obviously your water bucket to clean off the mitt as you're cleaning it. Use the gurney, get a foam lance, which is essentially a little plastic jug that turns water and the liquid, obviously wash and wax, into a foam, and that essentially soaks the whole vehicle. Once that's done, you go over it, obviously just washing it with the mitt, and then spray it off again with a gurney. So I'm going to show you that way because I think you know how to use a bucket and a sponge. One thing though, don't use those foam sponges with the holes in them, the little orange ones. They're shit. Don't use them. They're going to ruin your paint and just scratch it and put swirls in it. Especially if it's a black car, you'll see swirls like no one's business after washing one of those because they just trap in the dirt. So I'm going to get my gurney and start foaming up. Here's Lance. First name Mr. Foam. What we're going to do, I'm going to spray this over, set it up. Should be pretty well set up from last time I cleaned it. But essentially, we're going to Lance foam the car. So once I'm here, foam is dragging all the dirt off the paint. Next step, I'm going to go over with the mitt. So grab your mitt, and your clean bucket, have your dirty bucket ready for what's going to come off the paint, because obviously there's a fair bit of crap on the paint here. And I'm going to go over the whole vehicle with some more wash, and obviously just go over the vehicle. So what the soap's doing is just pulling all that real surface dirt off. So you're rubbing that into the paint as you go along. And what you're doing with the microfiber mitt is when you finish doing your section of your guard or whatever, like you finish doing your section like here, what you do is clean that section. Don't clean in the guards yet because they're going to be quite filthy. Do them last. So let's just say that section there is a section we want clean, like so. Headlight. Bark and tar remover does a good job. Haven't even sprayed it yet, so that's good now. Hard to see, but that's all covered in bugs and shit. What we do is get your clean bucket, give it a wash, take all the soap out, it's all nice and clean again. Put it back in your clean bucket, and your suds will last longer. So now do the whole vehicle like that, and you'll have a clean car. Alright, so now your car should look something like this, fairly clean. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get me leftover water that I've been using to just finish off the car. And I'm just going to get in here and just give these wheels a bit more of a once over. Quickly going to do this because the car's obviously drying. One thing I can say about cars and that kind of thing and cleaning, don't do it in the middle of the night, middle of the day. Make sure obviously it's fairly cold, overcast, that always helps. 4 o'clock in the afternoon, all that good stuff. So I'm just going to clean all of the wheels with the rest of this suds, and then that'll be it. We're all done. And then I'm just going to dry it off. So what I do is I get one of these big old towels to dry my car. I have a secondary one buff. So essentially I go around, clean out the car, get all the main water off. So this should get rid of all the main water on the vehicle. Once that's done, I go over and buff with this towel. The thing with microfiber is it doesn't actually work when they're dry. These need to be sort of semi-wet. So one thing you can do is get your bucket and pretty much dunk it in, ring it, and then it'll actually work better. But I've still got a fair bit of water on here, so it should be plenty enough to actually get it working and get it dry. So I'm going to give it a bit of a dry, and then just do the dressings, so tyres and that kind of stuff, show you how to dress those up. So get the car dry. Next step, windows. Give a bit of a spray. Now how I do windows is quite easy. Fold, fold again, that's your mitt. Back and forth, get the corners. I do the main window, flip it, rough it off, and go to the other side, do that. Give it a buff. And what I do is I go under here. And do under here. So I get the main window done first, and then I normally do underneath the window wipers. So don't forget your mirrors, side windows, canopy, inside out, and then you'll have some clean windows. Makes a huge difference when you clean your car, having clean windows. So, alright, so got these cool new tyres. Obviously you've probably seen the video for that. If you haven't, go check out that video. But they're looking a bit grey, they're looking a bit used, if you know what I mean. So what you want to do is get some tyre shine, hit them up with that. Again, that lovely black that we all love. Now do remember, if you use this stuff, when you go on the beach, it's going to stick, everything's going to stick to it, so you have to clean them harder once you sort of use this, if you go into the beach or something like that. So just food for thought, if you're going to be going straight and going into mud or something like that, don't put this stuff on, because it's just going to make your life harder. But if you know you're going to be on the side of the road for the next couple of weeks, then you can chuck some of this on. But it makes a huge difference, right? So instead of being that sort of ugly grey, they look nice and black. And what you can do is get a cloth and wipe them, so they don't drip over everything. Once you wiped them off, then it'll actually give you like a nice black on it. So yeah, you can do it both ways. This is dry by itself, but sometimes it streaks. So just go with a cloth. An old cloth, don't get a new cloth, just get an old cloth and wipe them off and you'll be sweet. And there you have it, guys. Simple, easy way to give your car a quick clean. Use some simple products. All the products I use today are just super cheap and affordable. So you're not using anything outlandish, you're not breaking the bank by just washing your vehicle. And it'll add years to the paint. You won't get oxidization or that kind of thing if you just keep and maintaining your vehicle. And same with your tyres. Maintain your tyres, obviously you spend a lot of money getting these big rubber things, so make them look good at the same time. But as always, that is another episode of 4x4 Camping and Adventures. And in the next cleaning video, I'll show you how to cut and polish your paint. And we'll do some stuff with degreasing the engine bay and all that kind of stuff. So I'll see you in the next one. See ya!